Hi, welcome back to Valley News Live. We have some first alert weather days on Thursday, which is tomorrow, and on Friday as another snow system is going to make its way into the area. Now, what are we expecting with that? We're going to expect this thing to start later in the day on Thursday, and that'll be pretty light snow with some mixed precipitation thrown in. We have a little bit of a break, and then on Friday, the main event arrives, but really, it's going to be south of us. We're just kind of going to be on the edge of this system, but we could see some pretty difficult travel conditions for folks across the region, especially if you're heading south to places like the Twin Cities. So let's take a look at that, why don't we? Here we are Thursday in the evening, about 4 p.m. That snow already starting down in the Twin Cities. But as we continue through the evening, about 11 o'clock, we're going to see some pretty widespread and some light to moderate snow showers for a lot of the area, particularly where you see the darker blues, and we could see some pretty significant mixed precipitation thrown in there as well, making everything icy on top of all of that snow. Now, by the early morning hours on Friday, here we are 4 a.m., we're going to continue seeing that snow for a lot of the area, with places in Lakes Country seeing some pretty strong mixed precipitation. Again, creating plenty of ice and making things pretty slippery. Now, as we continue through the day on Friday, here we are as folks are heading out the door about 7:30, we're going to continue seeing that snow. We have a little bit of a break during that lunch hour, but that snow will pick back up as we move into the evening again, and folks in Lakes Country will see some pretty strong snow at that point as well. Now, we're going to continue seeing that strong snow overnight into Saturday morning before it finally starts tapering off in the early morning hours. Here we are about 5 a.m. and that will push its way to the east and to the south. Again, if you're heading down south to the Twin Cities, you may want to rethink those plans, as things can get pretty tricky with that travel and on top of all that wind as well. Now, for us in our area, we have a lower risk of 4 or more inches, while places farther to the south could pick up 4 or more inches, especially where you see those white colors. That's where you are going to see that greatest risk of 4 or more inches. Now, currently though, we have pretty sunny skies, just one batch of clouds making its way through the area, and those temperatures still remain pretty chilly. We didn't quite hit any record lows, but we are pretty close for a number of places. Baudette though, sitting at 20 degrees. Now, we have a couple more chances of snow on top of that Thursday-Friday system. On Sunday, we have some scattered snow showers, and then next week, we're watching a pretty robust system make its way into our area. Tomorrow morning, things are going to be pretty chilly, not as chilly as they were this morning though, and by the afternoon, we'll have a nice warm up. Most places will see temperatures nearing 30 degrees. Now let's take a look at that next system, that Tuesday, Wednesday into next week, as we have first alert weather days already for that one. Now, here we are looking on Tuesday, much of the area seeing plenty of heavy snow at that point, and that is going to continue through the day into Wednesday, finally starting to taper off as we move into Thursday before that makes its way out of our area. Now, we have a couple of first alert weather days coming up, and this weekend is looking not all that bad. We have a forecasted high of 39, so we could hit 40, but if we don't, then it will be quite some time before we do.
Oh. Well, I'm ready for it, though.
Yeah,
At least we got
too.
some 30s in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jim.